welcome to this evening's muddle through stream, because Mrs. MLG has left me to it. She's gone out with her parentals, and I am fully in control. I know, Mr. Wacky Stuff. I think it's just me and you and Red. Nope. Never mind. All the cool people are here. And me. Yeah, awesome. Welcome. Yeah, we'll be fine. We're just gonna whack some paint on and it'll be alright. Gonna use some Magos purple on the. Oh well, thank you for dropping by, Mr. Wacky Stuff. If you're going, thank you for saying hello. Enjoy the rest of your evening. But yeah, just going to carry on putting a bit of contrast paint on this huge Tyrannofex. Going to probably be utilising this beast in a game tomorrow night. So just want to get him at least tabletop ready. Got old Red for an hour. That's cool. Everybody is welcome. What you all been up to today? I know I always ask the same questions, but yeah, it's I've just been doing the same thing for like 4 days this week so far. 3 days. Lost track of the days. Just been putting stuff in boxes, packing folks' orders. It's I think holiday time means folks are. Oh, thank you very much, Pete. It's Monday. It's not Monday. Cleaning your buddy's airbrushes. Cool. That's a quite a chore sometimes, isn't it? I know I need to do a deep clean on mine, really. What have you been up to, Pete? On this fine Monday. Got to try and get a whole bunch of stuff done before we have our little holiday. Good evening, Kuronoko. So, and leave instructions. So tomorrow's going to be a busy day. Trying to get everything sorted. Leave instructions for the team, so they know what they're doing while I'm not around. Make sure they've all got plenty of jobs to do while I am not there, and also. Hi, Veeman. How are you doing? What was I saying? Yeah, make sure everybody's got jobs to do and leave them all instructions that they're not to pester me unless it's the direst of circumstances. Having a proper holiday. I think Mrs. MLG and I were talking earlier on. I think I've near enough been at work for the whole of July and the start of this month as well, because we've had staff holidays and what have you. And ready for a break. So I'm going to have an early night tonight before a busy day tomorrow. Get everything ship shape before I leave. Hi Grogs, how you doing? All my Tyranids are not this colour scheme yet. I've been playing around, so I painted some on stream the other week and did some tests with a traditional painting method. However, after I'd had a revelation while I was doing something at work the other day, and I thought to myself, well, why don't I have a look at doing some contrast on my Tyranids and getting them all done a little bit quicker. So I came home from work on Sunday and came in to the orangery and got the contrast paints out and did some test models, and I've decided that this is definitely the colour scheme that I'm going with. So all of the non-character type creatures will be painted in this fashion for a bit of quicker access gaming. Gonna get the whole lot done this way. Hive Fleet Hydra, and then what I'll do is, once everything's kind of done, basically. Thank you very much. Once everything's done, kind of basic to this extent, then I will go back and revisit and do some highlighting and what have you, just to make things look a little more exciting in places. There's, for example, the areas on the armour chitinous plate things on this beastie, is because there are such large areas, it looks a little bit flat. It could definitely do with a little bit of highlighting and what have you, but it looks good enough for now, especially for stuff like the gaunts and gargoyles and other bits, and like the small swarm creatures for the Tyranids. When you're taking them. Oh, what was that? What was that? Thank you very much, Grogs. That's extremely kind of you to gifting a sub. Very, very kind. Yeah, what was I waffling about? Caught me by surprise. Thank you for that. Yeah, it's just trying to get them looking like something on the table, really. Trying to have a cohesive army image and try and get everything sorted. But yeah, this is the plan. So 4 colours really, and then we'll get a bit more imaginative later on with some other things. So I decided that I like the Abaddon. Is it Abaddon Black? No, Black Legion. Black Legion instead of Black Templar. Black Templar just looks a little too washed out, but the Black Legion is very black. However, there is one thing. If you're planning on using contrast paints for anything like a larger project like this guy, is when you're handling it while you're still painting, as I am, the tops of these bits, so like the edges, it's because it's such a thin layer, it's rubbing a little bit, so it's going to need touching up and varnishing before I really allow it to get on the table. So should be able to get that done before my game tomorrow night. Got a young lad. I keep saying he's a young lad. Don't actually know how old he is. He's I don't know, 18, 19, something like that. Got a youngish lad coming in to play a game of 40k tomorrow night. He's bringing an Eldar army, and I played him last week, and he defeated me. Wasn't a whitewash, but it was a defeat by 8 victory points. So this week we're hoping that we're going to fare a little better. So hopefully I've managed to turn things off. None of you have told me that there's an echo or anything like that. I think I've turned off Mrs. MLG's microphone over there, and we should be all good. I think I'm going to just get these little clawy bits done in this colour, and then we'll move on to some nice red, well, volupus pink it is, volupus pink for the huge cannon. And then I'm going to have to, hi Tony, how you doing? And then I'm going to have to get some different pinks and stuff to do the like weird sacky looking bit there. I think we'll get some other bits out in a minute. So let's get some voluminous pink and try that out. Excuse me, everybody, while I have another drink. Ah, hi little red. Oh. Right, voluminous pink. Oh, there was a caterpie. I didn't even know there was a caterpie. I must have missed that. Yeah, that's right, Koronoko. We're supposed to actually play some games with these guys. Yeah, that's right. That's the intention. In my case, I roll dice and the dice are pathetic. So when I played last week, the lad that I was playing against was using Eldar, and he's got some of the fantastic Eldar dice. They're like blue gemmy ones. Just the amount of sixes those dice roll, and I know he bought them from our shop. So, you know, not insinuating that there's anything crooked about his dice. But just they're so lucky. They're so lucky. I think, and I was just using some generic purple dice. I think I need Tyranid dice, faction-specific Tyranid dice to give me some extra advantage. Clearly the dice gods were not shining on me. Rolled so many ones, rolled so many bad rolls, it was ridiculous. Really. Failed on my charge rolls in one turn. That was ridiculous. Failed to shoot effectively several times over. Hoping that this massive cannon, this is called a rupture cannon, I've remembered now what this beast is. This is a rupture cannon, and it looks absolutely awesome. But this thing, hopefully, should be able to deal a hefty amount of damage to anything that we're going to be facing. Last week, the chap brought a Wraith Knight, which I wasn't expecting, if I am entirely honest, and I should have been. So this time I'm going to be prepared for anything. This weapon that this Tyrannofex has got is the heaviest gun in the Tyranid arsenal. So in terms of damage output and strength and what have you. So hopefully. Koronoko, usually the more you pay for dice, the worse they perform. Yeah, seems about right. Although my Horus Heresy dice, my Alpha Legion and Night Lords dice that Mrs. MLG got me as a birthday present last year, both work splendidly. Maybe I should be using those instead of just my generic purple dice. Should be using some Tyranid dice, not Tyranid dice. Night Lords dice, they're about the right colours as well, purple and red. They're pretty awesome. Little Red just working on his Chaos All-Stars he got last week from our lovely shop, thank you very much. Dice that match the colours of my Tyranids, yeah, I think so. I'm gonna use the Night Lords dice, I think purple and like a sort of dark purpley blue and red. I think we'll get those out tomorrow. See if we get an advantage that way. And Veman Aqua says, still at work. Sorry for the delay. Just set down. Just set down. Isn't that technical? You've been watching us while you've been piloting a plane, Veman Aqua. Is that that's a term for landing, isn't it? Set down. I don't know. Might be sat down. Might have misread it. Hi, Lazy Puddles. How you doing? First time chatter. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to chat. Don't know if you've been around lurking previously and this is just your first time chatting, or you're new to the channel altogether. If you are, we're normally a lot more organised than this. I'm normally not on my own, and there's other people, other person talking as well. But unfortunately this evening, I'm afraid, you've just got me. What was that? Red Snail got the Sir Blessed of Brian. It's an awesome figure. That's one of the Northumbrian Tin Soldier figures, isn't it? Sir Blessed of Brian. He's cool. Every time I go, so the one thing, it's been a bit dangerous today. Well, all week in fact. So because I've been picking and packing orders for you lovely folks that have been buying things from the shop, been picking and packing the post. So what it does mean is that I get to wander around all the stock rooms all day, picking minis, and I've been spotting a few that I've just, I don't know, they've passed me by for whatever reason. Some of the bad Squiddo and other minis. Pete says it's his middle child. Hi Lizzie Puddles. Yeah, been walking around the stock rooms looking at cool minis all day. Loads of, I mean, there's always Reaper minis that I've missed in the throes of our rapidly expanding stock, but there are some absolutely awesome looking minis from all sorts of manufacturers. I was eyeing up some merchant kitties today as well from Bad Squiddo. They're particularly cool. If you haven't seen those, just check those out. Oh, bye Lazy Puddles. Right. So, nice big lump of pink. I think we might do the tongue the same colour. No, I think we'll stick to that. Now, looking at this, I'm not sure I've used Volupus pink. What did I use on that guy? So here is my, oh no, it is Volupus pink. It is, that's fine. It dries like that. That's cool. We can cope with that. So we've got Volupus pink on this Tyranid warrior here. That looks okay. Looks okay. Just need to think of a colour to put on all this bit over here. What should we do on that bit there? What should we do on that bit? Should we get some? Well, let's try Little Red, named after Eddie Hitler from Bottom. Eddie. I understand. I understand. Right, we'll start off with some Dreadful Visage. And did we say hello to Tony when Tony popped in earlier on? Hi Tony, if you're still there. Hopefully you're still there. Hi Tony. Dreadful Visage is, I would say, a perfect colour for Demonette of Slaanesh skin. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it a coating of this first, and then I think I might work a couple of other colours over the top of it just to make it a little more interesting. Because there's all sorts of stuff. I'm going to do all this bit here and all the like weird fleshy sack bit at the other side. There's loads going on here, different colours and sections and what have you. But this, if I miss any pieces, then this is just going to give like a slight grey colour to the background. Tony's still here. Good to hear, Tony. Spud Gun, also from Bottom. I like it. Yeah, and what was the other character? Is it the one called like Badger Tony or something? I can't remember. It's been a long time since I've watched Bottom. If Mrs. MLG were here, she would know all the characters' names. How have I missed that massive blob there? Something Hedgehog, isn't it, as well? Is it Badger and Hedgehog? I can't remember. Dave Hedgehog. It'll come back to me later. Little Dave Hedgehog, that's it. I don't know where I've got Tony Badger from. Bottom's one of them programs that I think you need to watch back from the start all over again, because I've watched so many of them. Like, it seems every time I ever catch one on TV these days. Oh, Grogs has redeemed a wig me. Bear with me a moment, Grogs, and I shall indeed put a wig on. Yeah, every time I catch one on TV now, it's only ever the same episodes. It's always either the one where they... What wig shall we have? What wig shall we have? What's this one in here? There's a strange one in the bag. Yeah, the Gasman one, and the one where they fasten the... Oh, they're sleeping in the tent on the common. I remember that one a lot. And also one where they end up with some woman in the flat, and they all think they're going to marry her. Well, they both think they're going to marry her. It's always the same ones. I suppose it's not particularly PC these days, is it? Some of the episodes, I don't know whether they maybe can't show any of them. I know the BBC went on a massive purge, didn't they? Oh, thank you very much. I think this wig suits me, actually. Duck down me, see? Makes me look a bit like Neil from the
Cheers.
Young Ones. Cheers. We'll have another hydrate for that. Thank you very much. So what was I babbling on about? Bottom. That was it. It's a fantastic TV program. Absolutely awesome. And I don't really remember the Hotel Paradiso and stuff quite so much. Mrs. MLG has definitely seen more of those than I have. Probably own them somewhere on DVD. Last night went to the cinema and we watched Thor 4. We went through to our local cinema at Beverley to see Thor, and I did enjoy it, but it is weird. Yeah, it was good. I enjoyed it. I think. Excuse me. I think Russell Crowe's accent is just a little bit weird, but the movie was good. I did enjoy it. Yeah, cool. Oh, a wild smoochum has appeared. Yeah, should definitely check that out. I saw a comment earlier on that Red Snail, you said that you were going to a vintage arcade or something in Hull. That'll be cool. Whereabouts is that? Oh, Grogs is gonna try and catch the smoochums. Someone was telling me about one in Liverpool the other day. Apparently it's on like 3 floors. A customer had come in while they were here on holiday. They told me it's over 3 floors and you just pay so much to get in. I can't remember if it was like 15 quid or something, but once you get in there, all the games are free. Prince's Key. Yeah, I keep forgetting about Prince's Key. It's like nobody, none of the shops are in there anymore, are they? Everything's migrated to the St. Stephen's. But yeah, that should be awesome. Yeah, this guy. So this guy the other day was saying it's 15 quid to get in, and then you just get in there and they've got PCs set up for gaming, and they've got consoles, and they've got old arcade cabs and what have you over 3 floors, and you can just stay all day and play whatever you want. So if you want to just play I don't know, Paperboy or whatever, yeah, 8 quid. Oh well, I suppose it's Hull, innit? We've got to get better value than Liverpool. It's there we go. Look at that. It's nearly there. Look, but can you see what I was saying about the paint rubbing off? Because I've been handling it, and it is really warm in here. It's just starting to rub off a little bit. So what I'm gonna have to do is just go back over those bits, and then what I'll do is I'll take him outside really carefully and give him a spray varnish. So just need to put something on the end of this cannon. I think we'll go for might go for some shyish purple. Kuronoko says Thor was really good. I really wish they'd give Valkyrie her own film. Yeah, I reckon. Yeah, she might get it, or she might get a TV series, possibly. They seem to be doing a mixture of both. I was really hoping that there would be a trailer for Wakanda Forever. I'd seen the trailer on YouTube, and obviously watching it on a tiny little screen is not the same. So I was hoping that we might see a full-on trailer for Wakanda Forever. There was, however, a trailer for Dungeons and Dragons, which I think the trailer for that looks absolutely awesome, with Chris Pine. I'm not a big fan of Michelle Rodriguez. However, I will reserve my judgment until I've seen the film. I just didn't think that she was particularly a great actress in any of the things I've ever seen her in, to be fair, but it's mostly action that she does, isn't it? Fast and the Furious and Resident Evil she was in, and what have you. Pinball for Red Snail. Yeah, I can get on board with that. Used to back in the day in Driffield Sports Centre. They used to have a pinball machine upstairs in the bar area, and I used to love playing on that thing. It was awesome. Tony says, looking forward to Dungeons and Dragons. Yeah, I've watched the trailer a few too many times. I really like. There's a couple of things in there that I'm really kind of pleased with. That there is. Excuse me. A couple of things I'm really chuffed with their choices in the plot. So there's the bit in the trailer where there's a dragon flies over, and it's cool because it's a black dragon, I think, breathing out like fiery pitch oil stuff rather than like a fire breathing red dragon or whatever. They haven't gone. And there's an awesome bit with a mimic. It looks absolutely fantastic. It looks absolutely awesome. I can't wait to see it. Even if it's rubbish, even if it turns out to be rubbish. I don't think it's going to be rubbish, but even if it turns out to be rubbish, I can't wait. I'll probably end up going to see it more than once at the cinema. Can't. When they did the last one that had Jeremy Irons, well, not the last. That wasn't even the last one. When they did the movie that had Jeremy Irons in, and Damodar, I thought that was cool. Thought that was a really cool movie. And then they did do another one, didn't they? Which was a little bit different as well. It kind of followed more of a adventure path, like they got trapped in the forest and things like that. And I can't remember what that one was called, but I do own a copy. So definitely a big fan of Dungeons and Dragons, and I think unimportant to me wanting to see the movie, but I think it's going to be so cool that it is definitely going to be good for business. People are going to go to the cinema, see Chris Pine and a whole bunch of other cool people being an adventuring party, and then that's going to make more people want to get involved in Dungeons and Dragons as a pastime. And in the new year as well, I'm not sure exactly when it's coming, but we know that there is a Magic the Gathering series going to be featured on Netflix, and I think it's Netflix, and that should also be really cool for just raising awareness of the game. I think it's absolutely fantastic. I've definitely had this on for more than a minute. Let's put it back in its bag. I've no idea. These are all Emma's wigs. Oh yeah, Blood Bowl movie. That'd be awesome. Like Rollerblade. Yeah, I love. That's a cool movie. Was it Rollerblade or Rollerball? Rollerball. And they've made a remix of that, haven't they? That had LL Cool J in it. I can't remember the name of the guy who's the lead actor in the remake one. Is he the guy that played one of the characters in American Pie? Can't remember. Yeah, Rollerball. That's it. Yeah. So there's an original, isn't there? Like from the 70s or 80s or something, and then they did a remake in the early noughties. But, yeah, I do quite like Rollerball. It's good. I think Blood Bowl could get a good series. I think in my humble opinion, if GW got a deal in with like Netflix and whatever, because they've set up Warhammer TV, right? So if they got a deal together with Netflix to put some of their Warhammer TV content onto Netflix, I mean, that I can't imagine how much that would boost business for them. It's it just depends what kind of deal they'd get together. But I was talking to a gentleman the other day who came in the shop, and he Slapshot. I've never seen Slapshot. I'll have to check that one out. Yeah, I was talking to a chap the other day. He'd come in the shop and he didn't really have interest in the models, but he was telling me that he'd bought some shares in Games Workshop. He'd got a hot tip to buy some shares, and he'd bought them when they were, I think, because they had a bit of a slump in the not too distant past, down to about £65 a share, which is still absolutely terrific. But last year they were at £120. Now, not suggesting in any way that anybody should spend their life savings on Games Workshop shares or anything like that, but this chap was telling me that his tip, or the person that had given him a tip, told him that they thought that they were going to get up to almost £1,000 in the next 10 years for a single share. So getting in when the price is sub £100 per share has got to be good. But obviously they've got to keep producing good content. They've got to keep making good stuff, haven't they? And it's very difficult to gauge what's going to happen in the share market. And so long as GW keep making sound decisions, I think they'll be in a very strong position. I don't own any Games Workshop shares, just so you know. Don't really dabble in a great deal of that kind of thing, but yeah, they do make some very, very cool models, as we've discussed. But yeah, we weren't talking about that, were we? Talking about D&D the movie, which looks absolutely awesome. I think can't come soon enough. I think it's next March. That's ages away. We need it to be sooner, definitely. Right, what I'm going to do, I've got some got some Magos purple. I'm going to mix a little bit of Leviathan blue through it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to clean this other splodge palette out here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some Leviathan blue. I'm going to get a bit of that in there. And I'm going to try and blend these two together. I'm going to try and blend these two together into the sack of this cannon. So I'm going to get some blue on there. Like that. Still got a little bit of dreadful visage wet on there as well, which is good. Get that, and then we'll get some Magos purple and just wet it in to the... Oh, thank you very much, Pete. Get it into there like that. If you just excuse me a minute, everybody. The dog has just brought something random in from outside. Let me just... what are you eating? He's found a feather in the garden, which he's happily munching on over there. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. Right, we're just going to mix that through like that. A bit more blue at that edge. And then a bit more pink into here. So it merges in. There we go. And then, so I need to follow that through a little, like that. And then what else I need to do? I need to do the other side. Well, that's important. Let's do that. So this side of the cannon, let's get a splodge of blue on there, and then some of that pink. Get it in. That's one thing that contrast is really great for, is if you can keep it wet, you can do some very cool blending. Red Snail got a pigeon off the cat today. Oh no. How big's the cat? Did it bring it down itself, or did it find it after? Normally they brought them down themselves, haven't they? It's, right. And then what we're going to do is we're going to get some Volupus pink, because we want to blend that to the gun. So let's get a bit of that into there. It's got that little bit of Magos purple in there already. Super. Just the job. The dog's just come and licked my arm with his manky feather mouth. Blech. Stop being grim. One of our cats caught a spider, but gently held its body, so all the legs were sticking out of her mouth like a tiny little Lovecraftian. Oh no. Yeah. When we used to have a greyhound, we might have told you this story before on the stream, but we used to have a greyhound, and one day, so he was a rescue, and when he was a puppy, he used to eat anything and everything in the vets. We tried stopping him, and the vets just said, like, oh, you might as well just let him get on with it. He's just so like snails and all sorts of stuff. He's just trying to get all the vitamins and what have you into his body. So we to some extent we kind of let him at it, and we also give him some other sloppy stuff in his diet, like chopped tomatoes and what have you, to try and replace some of the things that he was trying to get. Anyway, one day he ate a frog in the garden, just properly ate it, and he had it in his mouth with its tail, like legs hanging out of his mouth for just a second. I went to go and try and get it off him, and then he just sucked it up like spaghetti. And I mean, it's fine because Mrs. MLG hates frogs, so he was obviously trying to protect her. We think, but yeah, it was like, yeah, you're not having that back. Was very, very random. Spaghetti dog. I'm really quite liking the look of this. This is going well. Get a bit of that purpley mix onto there on the gun. That dreadful visage is proving the base coat that I wanted. Got a nice little mix of Leviathan blue, Magos purple, and the whatever it's called, Volupus pink. Better close it before I spill it all over. Nice little mix of that going on over here. I need a smaller brush. Yeah, like Baby Yoda. Yeah, just like that. Just like that. Yeah, it was. Didn't make him ill either, which I quite expected him being like at least a little kind of poorly afterwards. But no, he was fine. We just had to keep him away from small hoppy things afterwards. I don't think he didn't think he was a dog. I don't think he thought he was a dog. Thought he was a cat or something. I don't know. He used to stalk the birds in the back garden and stuff. Crazy hound. Little Red weren't ever impressed with anti-Red's Whippet licking everyone's ears. Yeah. Gizmo, when I got home from work today, had my back was hurting because I've been stood up all day, and I'm old, you know, mould. So had some painkillers. I went to just get cracked on, so decided to just get cracked on. I had a little lie down on the bed while I was just having a rest, and Gizmo came and nudged his nose right up to my ear hole, and then just proceeded to try and give me a wash or something from like the inside of my ear. Nice. Right, I know you love me, dog, but this is a bit ridiculous. Also prevented me from nodding off as well, because I think I was I was halfway there to nodding off for just a few minutes, and Mrs. MLG said, "You're not going to sleep, are you? You've got stuff to do." Not old, just had a long paper round. That's right. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Getting there, getting old. Ready for a break. I think that's more the point. Ready for a break. Been doing some long days and late nights and stuff. Just ready for a rest. Right. I'm not sure I like what I've done there. I think we might just have to kind of extend that out a little bit. Made it just a little bit dark at that end. Just have to tease that across. That edge like that. Better do the other side. So I know that this looks a little rough, but it'll do for now. It's tabletop ready. I'm just going to touch that. Bye, little red. Just going to have to touch a couple of little bits up, but I'm quite liking that. Looks alright. Looks alright. I'm going to get the black back out and just touch a couple of bits of black up. Tony says, Millie tried catching frogs. She's never caught one, but they keep her entertained for ages. Yeah, that's... If... I think if Gizmo weren't quite as quick, they'd keep you entertained, wouldn't they? But what have you got sticking out of your mouth? Come here. Manky hound. Just wandering around with a bit of feather sticking out of his mouth. Right, so I've also got this guy to paint, which we're not going to get him done in 13 minutes, but I think I'm going to take this chap on holiday with me. He's fairly small, so I reckon I might be able to get him, and we're limited for space in the car, so I reckon I might be able to get this guy and a few paints and maybe a couple of gaunts in a box and be able to take those with us and see if we can catch a bit of painting time on an evening. We managed when we went to Butlins, managed to get some painting done at Butlins, although we didn't have the dog with us then, so there was more space in the car. What are you doing, dog? No, he's playing fetch with himself now, that's fine. So, just keeping us entertained. Right, I think that needs another little bit on there. A little bit of touch up on that point. On his this part of the gun needs a touch up. There's always bits that you realise that you've missed on a mini this large, I think. Unless, especially when you're trying to get it done quick, like this. Like all those bits there. Oh, I missed all them. Loads of little white splodges down the back of the gun. Let's get some of that on there. Make it really black. Red snail. Got 4 days left on me jollies, and it's all based on gaming. Cool. What you got planned? Arcades. Got some wargaming, board gaming type stuff planned. Blood Bowl. I was talking about Blood Bowl with one of the guys today. Definitely been too long since I've played Blood Bowl. When we get to post school holidays, and there's a couple of kind of burning tasks that I'm trying to get completed. So once we've got those sorted, definitely going to have to get some more events organised for the shop. We were trying to get a Blood Bowl league organised. I think we should have a day for Blood Bowl in the shop. Trying to get a post-COVID Blood Bowl league set off. And I've not really had full chance to use my Goblin team yet. Played a couple of games with them, but definitely need a bit more use out of those guys. What are you eating now? Oh, stone. It's got stone now. Blood Bowl, Talisman, and Bolt Action. Cool. So what team do you play for Blood Bowl, and what army do you play for Bolt Action, Red Snail? That's we've got a Bolt Action day planned on the 21st of August. It's we've rescheduled to 21st of August. We're going to do a little campaign day, try and get 2 or 3 games in between I think we've got 8 or 10 players lined up, or certainly space for a couple more anyway. We're doing the invasion of Sicily, which should be pretty cool. Which is what the guys wanted to do. Missed a bit again. This is every time I close the paint pot, I realise that I've missed another bit. It's this bit here. Let's get that bit done. There we go. A bit more there. I'm just such a clumsy painter. Right. There we go. I think that's gonna do. That's gonna do for now. What do you reckon, guys? Does that look alright from where you're sat? Orcs for Blood Bowl, Japan for Bot Action. We're playing 172 scale. Cool. Cool. When we first started, I might have mentioned this before, when we first started Blood Bowl, I've just realised that side's pink and that side's black. No, is that going to bother me? Is that going to bother me enough? Yeah, it is. Yeah, I'm going to have to sort that out. When we first started Bolt Action, we decided we were going to try Bolt Action out. We actually played in 15mm, which isn't too dissimilar, but we used the Plastic Soldier Company 15mm stuff, because you, for the price of, I don't know, it was like 15 quid or something like that for a box of guys, you can get basically a whole company worth of troops, and then for another sort of 10 or 15 pound you could get a squadron of tanks and stuff. So we've individually based our guys. Thank you very much, Chronoko. Thank you. He's I'm quite pleased with him actually. He looks alright. Let's get rid of my paint palette. We don't need that right now, do we? But yeah, I think he looks okay for a quick bit of contrast paint. Airfix and 3D printing, super for the, what do you call it? Bolt Action stuff. Yeah, there's some good stuff in that Airfix range. Japanese. Cool. Yeah, I played the Americans when we did it in 15mm, and one of my buddies had some Germans, and another one of my buddies had British in the 15mm stuff. And then we decided, we decided we liked it enough that we were going to invest in 28mm. So again, one of them's got British, and then I started off with a German force. So not particularly that I wanted to be the Germans, but nobody else wanted to be. So I have a German army, and then I've also done some US Airborne, because I watched too much Band of Brothers and thought it'd be cool. I never got into the Pacific though. I don't know. Anybody in chat ever really seen the Pacific? I watched the first couple of episodes. I couldn't really get into it like I had with Band of Brothers. The thing. Red Snail, help block out the major troops. Yeah, those boxes of like, I don't know how many you get in them these days. I remember when I was a kid, you used to get a box. It was like £3 from the Sokols or Woods, which was an agricultural machinery shop down the bottom of the road on Westgate in Driffield. And they used to have a model room upstairs, and you used to get a box of troops for like £3 for stuff. I don't know why they had models upstairs. It's really weird. They had like radio controlled cars and stuff. I don't know. Can't remember why that was there. But Sokols also used to have a whole load of stuff. Cool. He's gonna do. He's gonna do. Hopefully, he's gonna perform well in the game. Right. Yeah, I'm from Drift originally, Red Snail. That's why my parents lived on Victoria Road, if you know Driffield. But useless for all you other people who don't know Driffield. But yeah, so I'm from Driffield and used to walk that way to school. And yeah, there you go. Red Snails from Cranswick, just down the road. Yeah, Cranswick's alright. I used to go to discos at the... I'm not painting anymore, am I? I'm not waving model around. Used to go to discos at the White Horse. Friday night discos at the White Horse on Main Street, I think it was. Those were the days. This tongue's a bit bright. I'm looking at it now. I'm thinking that tongue's probably a bit too red. Is it a bit over the top? Does it look alright? It looks alright, doesn't it? I don't need to mess about with it too much. I'm just going to touch it, get the Volupus pink back and just touch it that a little bit. Yeah. Don't know if I presume they still have a function room. Is it even still a pub? There are quite a few of the pubs that we used to go to in Drift aren't even pubs anymore. They're where people used to have like their birthday when we were kids. People used to have their birthday parties and discos and all sorts of stuff. Not even pubs anymore. A lot of them turned into either private houses or one's an Indian restaurant. I guess as times changed, a town just can't support. Still a pub. It's the only one. Yeah, a lot of places just can't support that many pubs. So it's been I don't know, 15 years since I moved from Driffield to Bridlington. No, longer than that. Yeah, no, probably 15 years. 15 years since I moved out of town. But still go back to visit my parents and my brother every once in a while. It's only down the road, isn't it? It's not like it's a million miles away. We're talking like it's 12 miles down the street. But it's not walking distance. Cool, right. So we're on time for a 9 o'clock finish. Wicked D isn't streaming this week, I don't believe. I think she's off for herself. So wish me luck for tomorrow night with Mr. Tyrannofex here. Hopefully going to deal some damage to some pointy-eared Eldar, and I'll let you know after we come back from our holidays how I got on. So no streams next week because we're away for a few days, having a little bit of a jolly, and we'll be back the following Monday, which will be the 15th. Monday the 15th we'll be back. So we're only missing out on like 3 streams, but Monday the 15th will be our next stream. Hopefully we'll see you all then. Yeah, thank you very much, Red Snail. Enjoy the rest of your holiday as well. Hopefully we'll see you all soon, and we'll still be in like Discord and what have you. I might even be a little bit more active in Discord while we're away on holiday, because I won't have other things taking up all my time. So thanks everybody. Go Nids. Thanks, Kuronoko. See you later, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Take it easy. And see y'all later.